What a week. Wow, even for a short week, what a week. Welcome to Mayhem's Amigos. I'm TJ. I'm waiting on Adam, and I'm waiting on the chronic one, Mr. Chris Ness, to go ahead and log in. Wanted to go ahead, first of all, and say, to my friend Bubba. Bubba, I hope you're getting better. Sorry you had to spend Thanksgiving in the hospital. I know that's horrible. That's a real crappy place to stay. I really hope you're getting better and things are starting to look up for you, because that's just really it's a tough spot to be in through the Thanksgiving holiday, to be stuck in the hospital getting pumped full of antibiotics all the time. And I really feel for you there, and I hope that things start improving and you start moving forward and doing a little better, Oh man, look at that. Oh, back in the studio even. What is this?
There we are.
There we are.
Hey.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Gotta.
Because we are live on the Mayhem stream now.
All right.
Oh, shit, I didn't share the show. We lost Chris already. Oh, my God. So I didn't share it. I didn't share it to like the Mayhem page or anything like that yet. Damn it, I knew I was forgetting something.
That's okay.
I'll get it done now.
Yeah.
Watch this. We're gonna hear an echo here in a minute, just of what's going on the other side of my computer here.
Okay.
It'll be just a second. I'm sorry, everybody, for that, but. Oh, that takes care of that. Don't have to worry about it now. Good. No, I was just saying, I wanted to first of all just say, man, I'm sorry to Bubba for being stuck in a hospital over Thanksgiving. I hope he's getting better. Because, dude, that's a shit place to be. That is a shit place.
Over a holiday, it really is.
Mm-hmm. That's just terrible. Nobody wants to be stuck in the hospital over the holidays.
Yeah.
It sucks. And, I'm sorry. Anybody that gets stuck in the hospital over the holidays, it's a bad day,
Yeah, I mean, whether you're working there, whether you're a patient there, it's just not a good day.
Yeah. No, you're sitting there and you're hoping to have something fun to do, and all of a sudden you're stuck, and that just sucks. Otherwise, how did Thanksgiving go this year in the Adam household?
Well, we ended up going to my mom's. I got to see my boys, which is always a plus. I didn't think I was going to be able to, since their mom had them, but yeah, I was able to see my boys, able to see my mom, my sisters. I wish my brothers were there, but they're not. For their own reasons.
Damn.
And yeah, we just had fun talking, playing some cards like you do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so pretty much laid back Thanksgiving your direction, right?
Yeah.
Chris, I know you smoked a lot of weed on top of smoking whatever else you smoked for Thanksgiving.
All right, I think I'm done with technical difficulties.
More testicle difficulties?
Well, for some reason, it wasn't switching over to my other camera.
What the hell?
But now I got it right.
All right, there we go. So you've cured your testicle difficulties.
Yes.
All right.
But I'm a little pissy.
I'm all ears.
Thanksgiving dinner with the in-laws.
Okay.
Oh,
strictly
God,
for peanut butter pie. Because every year, I don't know if she's sister-in-law or cousin-in-law. I don't know how their family tree down here works, right?
As long as it doesn't curl
does it fork, or does it like come back together, or?
I mean, it forks, but then it comes back together. But it's strictly because there was a couple of adoptions way back in the day.
Oh,
Okay.
So
okay.
like cousin became sister, cousin became
Now,
brother.
mind you, this is not your bloodline, right?
No, this is my wife's family down here in Kentucky.
Okay. All
But
right. I'm just
it was strictly because there was a couple of adoptions a few generations back, and so
and nobody
it's
realized
still,
it.
Oh no, they realized it and they know what's going on, but they're like, yeah, this is my sister, but it's also my cousin. Like, yeah, dude, don't say that to too many people where I'm from.
Yeah. And definitely
no,
don't add banjo to the background for that statement.
Right?
That really sounds like something that you would hear in like Williamsville. I mean, really, it does.
Come on,
Or
Williamsville was my hometown, man.
okay, Auburn. Might happen in Auburn or Athens.
I go over to family dinner strictly for peanut butter pie, and nobody makes a peanut butter pie.
You're joking.
Nope. Every year they have one. This year I'm strictly there for it. I have an empty stomach. I'm going to eat the whole fucking pie myself. Not a single one there. So I had to come back home and make one my damn self.
That they knew you were coming. That's why.
Yeah.
They're like, Chris has smoked a shitload of weed and he's looking for a peanut butter pie. No, we're going to go ahead and eat. We're not going to make one and make him fix one him damn self.
See, now I do Thanksgiving right. I got up. I had smoked a bowl, had 2 slices of toast with, where's that? It's way up there.
Not peanut butter and jelly, right?
No, just regular toast. And I washed it down.
Okay.
With a can of Mr. Puffer.
Mr. Puffer? What the fuck? Mr. Puffer?
Okay.
Do you know how many
used Mr. Pibb or Dr. Pepper?
It's the cannabis version of Dr. Pepper.
Do you know how many jokes I can make off of that right now, just on the name?
Like what, Mr. Fluffer?
No, there's a guy on another podcast
I was
that
cracking.
does that.
I was cracking jokes fucking in the dispensary. But
Mr. Puffer, I mean, my God, so that soda looks like it's supposed to get me high and fluff me up. What the hell?
So I washed down a couple of pieces of toast with that for breakfast, and then smoked a few more bowls. And my wife says we're leaving at we got to be there at 2. So I thought, okay, cool, dinner's at 2. I get there at 2:00. I am ready to fucking eat. Dinner's not for another hour.
Oh, you're joking?
Nope.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Like me and my wife we're the first 2 to show up at Aunt Jackie's, and I'm just like, oh, what's going on here? I thought we were here to eat.
No, my family's house, everything's done at noon. After that, it's feed yourself. If you're hungry, it's your own damn fault.
Well, and then I get
that was kind of the way it worked for us.
Well, then I get stuck sitting there talking to the in-laws, which I get stuck sitting with the men, and I don't know what to say to them, and I can't understand half the things they're saying. I mean, when my brother-in-law and his brother-in-law, they get together and they start talking about cars, and I can follow for about 3 minutes, but then they just start talking so fast and the accent gets so thick. I'm lost.
That's nuts, man. So is it like the Kentucky accent gets too thick on you or what?
Just they start talking too fast and it gets too, the shit. And dude, I swear in this area, there are 20 different accents from a slight Southern drawl to Farmer Fran, home and where you make it. And I've met that
God.
straight up, I have met that dude. Wears the big old wide brim hat, suspenders with a pistol stuck to
wait
him.
a minute. Here. Your wide brimmed hat. Hang on a second. I've got a laugh for you then.
Kind of a cross between Ronnie Van Zant and Crocodile Dundee's hat.
I might wear this for the rest of the show too. I don't
wears
know yet.
overalls with a pistol sticking out of his pocket.
I got to get my headphones on. This ought to be comical. All right, so there we go.
Oh shit, that looks like something out of Harry Potter.
Telling you, man. But I'll tell you what, on a hot day, this hat is great.
I bet.
It's got so much brim that I've got like an instant shade tree all around me. It's awesome.
Yeah, but you could turn it upside down and carry a bunch of tacos or nachos in it with the dip in the
Nacho
middle.
bowl!
Dude, I could probably turn this hat upside down and, you know,
I
deliver
need a
condoms around work and go, hey, look, be safe. You know, I mean, seriously.
I need a bell. Really, TJ?
Yeah, go figure, right?
The fuck we gonna do with this guy? Supposed to be running the show and he can't
TJ
even
just-
stay on
I think
camera.
I clicked the wrong button. I didn't bounce out. But
You bailed on your own show.
He does
it
that.
ain't the first time.
Yeah. That's what I need. I need a fucking bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, you missed the bell, huh?
I do, and I was where were we? We went somewhere the other day, and I dinged the bell at the counter, and they says, "Yeah, what can I get for you?" I said, "Well, first off, what do you want for the fucking bell?"
Can I steal your bell? Dude, you remember how much when we were doing Unleashed way back when? How many times did I say, I want a bell, I want a bell, I want a bell? Do you know how long it took me to track that down and finally buy it?
Everyone has one but me, but I have something you guys don't have.
Weed?
A bowl?
Oh,
An easy button.
oh God, I remember that thing.
Wait, where is it? Because it also has that one. I got to turn it to German.
Einfach easy.
I
Sounds like
remember
he's saying
that
"I
thing.
fuck easy" in German. for
It
the
does. It
thing.
does sound like it, doesn't it?
Yes.
So you got to save that one and then have it at work.
Well, and I've seen other people and places that have the easy button, but I think I'm the only one that has an easy button in like a dozen different languages.
No, God, you can't be the only one.
I've yet to see someone else with an easy button that you turn it and it's got different languages.
Dude, I'll tell you what, with some of my students, I want to go ahead and buy the easy button and just have it in my bag for when I'm in the truck. When they finally get it, I can push the button and go, that was easy.
Bing,
You know?
that was easy. How fucking hard was that?
Right. And man, I'll tell you, I was really concerned going into this job. And I mean, most of my weekend this weekend has either been getting routine maintenance caught back up on Harley or working on stuff for work and getting things done. Today is literally the only day I've had for the 4-day weekend where I got to sit down and relax.
You just made me think of a funny story. So years and years ago, when I was 18, 19 years old, I actually did take the CDL course for Northeast Iowa Community College, only because the lady that taught the course was my foster mother. And she always said, note the fact that she was my foster mother, because that's pertinent to the story.
Okay.
And every time we got in the truck, when you turn the truck, you're supposed to turn the steering wheel like you're shuffling a deck of cards.
Yeah.
Well, after the second or third time, I wasn't having that. So I took the keys to the truck. Over the weekend, I went up and I installed a steering wheel knob. Come Monday, get in the truck. First thing I do, grab that steering wheel knob and just start going, holding on to that thing.
But she was a little upset.
She was a little, could you blame me?
No, I mean, I can't blame you, but there is a way we've got to teach it so people will actually pass the class and get their license.
Well, I mean, my dad was a career trucker for X amount of years, even before I was born. So all my childhood memories are him picking me up in the truck.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, it's just I've got to teach it a certain way so they pass it. There's different things that I will do by myself in a truck that I will not teach students how to do. I'm not teaching them how to float the gears. I'm not teaching them how to one-hand steer. I'm not teaching them how to flip people off as you're doing the one-hand steer. I'm not teaching them how to piss in a bottle while you're going down the road. I'm not teaching them how to masturbate while you're driving down the road. These are lessons you have to learn on your own.
Well, now I'll tell you what, the pissing in the bottle is important shit. Just don't throw it on the side of the fucking parking lot in the truck stop. Put that shit in a cooler, take it inside, and dump it. Reuse your bottles.
Dude, toss it in the fucking garbage can.
You okay?
You don't want to work at the truck stop in the summertime.
No. He just got a memory of the taste of the smell.
Yes, pretty much.
But I mean, man, on top of that, this weekend we had the
diabetic trucker. I mean, they already have bad diets, but to put diabetes on top of it. Ugh.
I know a couple people with diabetes.
Oh, I know. Shit, my wife.
Well, you've got diabetes. I know a couple people with diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they just don't take care of it.
Yeah.
One of them falls asleep all the time, too. I can't understand it.
Yeah.
That could be a sign of hypoglycemia.
Could be.
Or is it hyperglycemia?
One
of them's where your shit just shoots right up, and one of them's where it shoots way down. Either way, you pass the fuck out.
Yeah, hypo is low, hyper is
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I remember right, hyper is what they typically classify as diabetes.
Well, they're both there. I don't know, it's weird. But hyper is more if your pancreas isn't working.
Okay.
Hypo is if you're taking more in than what your pancreas can handle, but your pancreas can still work. So, just not well enough.
Right. I know. Yeah. But no, man. So, like this weekend, like I was saying, I mean, we had a great Thanksgiving dinner, and it was just me, my grandpa, and my uncle. Watched some football. Guy I know used to be a friend of mine. I made sure to Wednesday night to send him a happy or a Merry Christmas text message because I know he's very adamant that Christmas does not start until after Thanksgiving.
I agree with whoever that is. And on a real positive note, my friends and family, Steve, Freak, Brant, Debbie, all of them deserve a big fucking shout out at the Top Fuel Saloon. 20 turkeys and 8 hams. Thanksgiving dinner was on them. They don't know how many people they fed, but most of it was gone in 2 hours.
Damn, good for them.
And I mean,
way to go.
They got a big dumbass smoker that'll fit 3, 6, 9, 12, maybe 14 turkeys at a time.
That's the way to do it if you're going to do something like that.
Yep.
Get that pit going.
I mean, this is a 12-foot long smoker trailer they use out back for it.
Nice.
That's what our team uses when we do our barbecue competitions down here. Is we've got about a 12-foot pit that we're in.
Right on.
Dude, I love it, man. I want one of my own now. I'm just a smaller version, but I want my own pit now.
Well,
throw a chunk of pecan in there and get it going.
Theirs actually came with a fire truck. From what I know, they used to pull the smoker with an old fire truck up to their like freedom rallies and shit.
Dude, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah, let me get something like that going.
Yeah, you get something like that going, the entire state of Kentucky is in trouble.
Right? Straight up. Oh, dude, fucking a bunch of my booze is going to be in tomorrow. And I straight up said, I would love to start a bar where we specialize in different kind of whiskeys and the rock and roll whiskeys and beers, like the Anthrax Pale Ale, the Pantera beer, the Motorhead whiskey, the Slipknot, Def Leppard's got a rum, Kiss has cold gin.
Dude, you'd have to come down here and go to Iron Wolf Distillery and get some of that giddy up.
There's another one in Texas from I think it's from Lone Star Brewery. I'm not 100% sure, but it's called Boner Beer. And their slogan is "Grab yourself a stiff one."
Why am I not surprised?
Only in Texas, people.
Home sweet home. Oh, man. No, so I mean, like, as far as my weekend went, we did get all the routine maintenance caught back up on the Harley. Dude, oh my God. All right, so, on the twin cams, they've got that chain tensioner that you've got to have against the chains on the cams.
Yeah.
For the timing.
Yeah.
And it's got to be replaced like every 30,000 miles, or it starts flaking off and wearing down. The next thing you know, you've got a lower end that just got chucked and you need to buy a whole new motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, I should have sent you a picture of the primary chain tensioner that we took out of the bike.
Rubbed away down to nothing?
Almost. I mean, I think it maybe had another 300 miles and it was gone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for those for those of you that don't know, inside your timing, you got your chain going around gears, and there's little pieces. Nowadays on cars, a lot of them are actually made out of shitty fucking plastic, and I hate that shit. But Harley Davidson still uses good quality American steel. So, unless you're riding like TJ and fucking slamming down as you go.
Oh no, but the tensioners themselves, they have like a plastic boot.
Okay, Harley is putting the plastic boot on them now.
They're putting the plastic boot on the tensioner. Now, your chain guide is still good old-fashioned American steel, but the tensioner boot, the part that actually holds the chain in place, is that plastic. And I mean, 30,000, you got to get in there and replace it.
Fucking stupid. I had to do one on a Honda, and that shitty fucking plastic,
right?
Fucking, it hollowed the tensioner out. So the person brought the car back 5,000 miles later. Tension belts just I don't know how the fucking car's running.
But I mean, we got them in there. Runs out better. I'm still getting the seals to seat. Of course, you got to do that with a Harley. It's now got the adjustable push rods in it. It's got the high performance oil pump in it. It is, pretty much front to rear. Everything's been taken care of. I'm good for 30,000 miles. Except I'm going to be improving over the course of the next 30,000 miles. My true dual exhaust going up to, oh man, my train of thought derailed. Oh, the gear-driven cams. I'm getting rid of them chains. I'm going to gear-driven cams and putting that whole setup in it. Thunder Max tuner. Dude, once that's all done, that thing's a turnkey.
Yeah, but just remember them gear-driven fucking, instead of the chain-driven, once something goes wrong, it's a lot more to work on than a chain-driven.
Not really. Because in the twin cam motor, when you pull the nose cone off of it,
okay,
there's a plate that all your cams and everything are mounted in, and then that has got to marry into the block to run off of the crank. Okay, so your crank's sitting down here. You put that plate over, or you put the cams into the bearings on this plate. And then the cams drive, your valves
off
of the crank. but everything for the cam, including the gear drives, is all in that plate.
Okay.
So when I put it back,
I'm trying to remember now. It's been so long since I've taken a motorcycle apart.
yeah. So I mean, once I take the thing back down and I put the gear drive cams in it, I mean, if it spins a gear on the cam drive, literally, I'm just the same as if I was getting in there every 30,000 miles and replacing the chain tensioners.
I'm probably one of the very few idiots that'll actually put a tire plug in a Harley just to get it to the shop.
No, you're not. I've got a tire plug kit in the saddlebag.
Okay.
And it's one of them cases you never know when you're going to need it. I mean, you really don't. All right, so Adam had a very boring Thanksgiving. Chris is already yelling about how he didn't get peanut butter pie.
I did, but I had to make it my fucking self.
It's Thanksgiving. You always need pie.
Yeah.
I need pie every day.
Plus, I had 4 days off, but I think I still got about 10 hours in.
Oh, dude, and not to mention 3 days worth of work, either between my actual job or working on the bike. Today was my only day down, and of course, Wednesday night, I had to watch Hans Gruber get thrown off of a building.
As you should.
I'll be honest with you, folks. I went on a Harry Potter marathon.
You went on a Harry Potter marathon?
I watched all 7 movies, and then I watched the documentary because there's something I did not know. In the making of the 7th movie, Daniel Radcliffe, the guy that was his stuntman through all the movies, sustained an injury.
Okay.
He broke his neck while doing one of the stunts.
Oh, shit.
The studio's taking care of him.
But they better. They better.
Yeah, well, he straight up, he's like, dude, I was all worried about it. I was about to lose my house. I had bills popping up and all the shit. And then Chris Columbus came to him and says, hey, dude, it's a Hollywood studio. Don't worry about it. Just give your bills all to us. There's going to be a little bit of illegal, but we got you covered. And he just handed all of his bills to him. And now the dude does whatever the fuck he wants. Well, what he's able to do.
Yeah.
Well, and I've got to admit, one other, like I said, I already said, our prayers out to Bubba. Hope he gets better soon. Okay, he spent Thanksgiving in the hospital with an infection. He's still fighting. And of course, I want to send our thoughts and prayers out to a friend of mine that's a coworker. I'm not going to say names or anything right now, but this particular coworker has an 8-month-old Great Dane that came down with parvo earlier last week. The dog's on the mend, so it sounds. And just hot thoughts and prayers to her and her family as they're taking care of the dog, because I know that's rough too.
That's got to be one strong dog, because parvo is the same as, I don't know. I've never seen a dog get parvo and live, and I've had lots of dogs.
But this dog, the dog. I've seen the dog. The dog's a miniature horse, dude.
Oh, yeah, my stepdaughter has a Great Dane. I've told her I want it. Like the one time I went to her house, he came up, stood right in front of me, and I said, no way. I swung my leg over, lifted my feet, and he started walking. I'm like, dude, he's a fucking horse.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you got a dog, not a Shetland. What the hell, But no, I got to admit, man, them dogs, though, when it comes, they are so spoiled. Those dogs are more spoiled than I have ever been in any relationship I've ever been in. Wait a minute, bad example. Example.
My wife got mad at me because I called our dog a couch hippo. And she said, she's not a fucking couch hippo. I said, look it up. Google search it. So my wife Googled couch hippo. And as shit, a picture of our dog popped up.
How much longer do I have to wait here, Chris, before I know your wife is going to show up to stab me?
I wouldn't worry about it today. She went to the bar last night.
Oh, she's recovering, huh?
Yeah.
Good Lord. Man, I'm telling you, it blows my mind, right? I cannot. No, today I was like, I've got the day off. I made tuna casserole, which when I can make my tuna casserole and make enough to feed me for a couple of days, and I can do it for under $10.
Dude,
There you
fuck
go.
that. It's Thanksgiving week. Get you some sliced turkey and some dressing and just mix it all together in a fucking blender and have turkey and dressing sandwiches.
Not a bad idea. I may do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, because you know me, I shop like by the day. You know,
That's actually a staple where I'm from in Iowa. And my wife literally, you eat bread sandwiches. Yeah, turkey and dressing on a bun.
yeah,
Add a little bit of gravy and you're golden.
Oh, fuck yeah.
or mustard.
Then it keeps the bread from everything from getting too dry in your mouth and
Yeah.
you have to wash
Right.
it down with something. Nope, you got gravy to wash it down with.
Yeah.
Drink a
Adam
jar
knows
of gravy
what's
with. Drink a glass of gravy with it while you're eating it. Just slurp.
Hey, that ain't that bad. I've done a gravy chug. And you know what? They're like, "Oh, you're going to puke. You're going to puke." The gravy wasn't that bad.
So, for our chat room and you guys as well, what's some of your after Thanksgiving things that you love? Like, Chris, you're bringing up the turkey and dressing sandwiches. What's some of the other stuff that you guys love to get into after Thanksgiving you want to chow on?
Leftovers, anything left over.
Yeah. Just mixing it all up on the plate, really. Taking the mashed potatoes, throwing some corn in there, some stuffing, bits of the turkey, drenching it all in gravy. It can be in a bowl. Just mix that shit up and eat it. Just all whatever.
I'll tell you what, like the one thing in my fridge, it's probably the first thing I attack every year. Believe it or not, it's not the turkey or the ham or the prime rib or whatever I cook. It's the green bean casserole. That's the first thing I go after in my fridge every year, and I devour.
Yeah. That's another thing. There wasn't no green bean casserole. Woman!
Uh-oh.
I've already started the war, and I didn't even know it.
That's right. There was
Where's my green bean casserole?
No green bean casserole, no peanut butter pie.
Oh,
it's like
man.
they knew
It sounds like you were at a friend of mine's house.
Well, I mean, my niece's daughter made some killer fucking cornbread, though.
Oh, well, there. Yeah. Cornbread can definitely improve, but man, you gotta have the green bean casserole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's like
Oh,
that's like that's like having turkey without the dressing and cranberries.
Right. Dude, no, here's another one I'll do. If I've got somebody, if I'm working in a place where I'm around people, not so much when I was over the road, but when I'm around people, and I got somebody at work that just annoys me. You know the type. Somebody that just annoys the living hell out of me. I will line up a dozen deviled eggs. I will eat the baked beans and bacon with the dozen deviled eggs, down about 3 or 4 beers, and then I will go to bed and get up the next day and go to work and let that rumbling concoction release.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Fucking the first 2 rounds I went up, there were no deviled eggs. And then finally someone's like, "Hey, you left the deviled eggs in the fridge." Well, fuck you. Now give me a dozen of them.
Dude, how do you...
They didn't forget the deviled eggs, did they?
No, they forgot them in the fridge.
I was waiting for them to say that they forgot
sure now
baked
that
beans.
I think about it, I'm pretty sure there was green bean casserole, but I don't know. There was just so much fucking food. I couldn't keep track of everything.
I was waiting for you to say that they forgot the baked beans. I was going to go, what?
No, this is Kentucky. They ain't forgetting that.
It's like baked
Which-
beans are a staple.
Yeah. Which, I mean, my brother-in-law could lay off them a little bit. Dude. So, I work with my brother-in-law, and he's 64 years old. And dude, sometimes he farts, and it's like, dude, you need to check yourself. Well,
So he pulled
we're
the
working on.
on you at work.
Huh?
He pulled the teej on you at work.
Well, it wasn't on purpose. We're building this saw. It's called the multi-trim. And basically a board runs down and it cuts one 20-foot long board into 5 sections of 4-foot long board, or however they want to set it up.
Okay.
So it's got like this chute underneath for stuff to drop, and it goes down a conveyor belt. But as we're building it, we got all 5 of the things in, and I'm on one end, he's on the other end, and all of a sudden he just farts. And I'm like, dude, you need to check yourself, dude. That sounds like fucking pure wetness. And I don't think much of it, except for a couple minutes later, it's wafting down the chute. And I'm, oh my fucking God, dude, quit welding. This shit's flammable.
You know what? The bad one is when you're like walking down the aisle getting ready to leave a plant. You don't know what's happened. Nobody has a clue. Or leaving a classroom or walking down a hallway to school or whatever, but you don't know what happened. And then you walk into this cloud of fart. You're like, you're trying to wipe it off of your tongue, and you're waving a fan in front of your face. Get through it, Get outside. You look like you just walked through chemical exposure from the United States Army because you got your eyes watering, your tongues change colors, and you just had to deal with this all the way through that area with no warning. That is the worst.
No. So
Chris is like, I remember these descriptions.
One year, middle of summer, I got my 2 best friends up in Illinois. They're some big old boys. One of them's 350 pounds. He was at the time of this story, he was about 350, 400 pounds, but he takes very good care of himself. Gets up every morning, takes a shower, puts baby powder on, deodorant, whole 9 yards. Takes very good care of himself for a bigger guy. The other one, we call him Scum Dog. So this is the middle of August.
Where this is going.
This is the middle of August in Illinois.
Ooh.
And
okay.
My one buddy, he's got this Ford F-250, old 89 Ford F-250 with the bench seat. And we got to go from Dwight, Illinois to just north of Ottawa, pick up a truck on a trailer, and then take it back. So we go up there. And me being the skinny guy, I got to sit in the middle.
So you were skiing.
So we get up to Ottawa, we pick up the truck, we get it loaded on the trailer, we go a couple miles down the road. By then it's fucking hot, middle of August, we're all fucking sweating, and the one driving, he don't smell too bad, but the one on the other side of me, oh my God, dude, fuck. Finally, I'm like, all right, stop the truck. I got to check the trailer. It looks like something might be slipping. It's nothing ain't slipping. I'm like, no, just stop the truck. I'm going to look real quick. They stop the truck. I jump out, just hop in the back of the truck. All right, we're good. Nothing slipped. Drive, go. I ain't riding up there.
Let me breathe.
No more. Oh, shit.
My old instructor that taught me when I went through the CDL class, I drove by to see him. I was home for a week. Or no, this was after I'd started working for Jim Hawk. But I drove over to see him at the school, see what was going on, and see how things had changed. Well, and I pulled in at the yard, and he sent me a text. He's like, "Hey, just hang on. I'm on my way around the corner now with this group of students." So he comes around the corner, pulls into the yard. Student pulls around, parks the truck, and then all of a sudden, the doors fly open. The driver's door flies open to the truck, and all the students jump out screaming, "Air, air, air!" And he's in the passenger seat just laughing. And I'm going, that's not really teaching them much except for evacuation procedures.
Still a skill you need.
See, we didn't have
Right,
nothing
what do you
like that in our truck driving class, but I do remember the one night, you know, our runs for the class were from Dubuque, Iowa to Chicago, Illinois. One student drives out of Dubuque and into Chicago, and then you switch, and the other student drives out of Chicago and into Dubuque. So the one
Okay.
student drove into Chicago. We switch. I'm in the driver's seat. We're coming Stevenson Expressway, trying to get over to Highway 20. Fucking all of a sudden, this car just cuts me off in the semi. Very little experience actually in the driver's seat of the truck. Fucking you wouldn't fit this cigarette pack in between the bumper of the semi and his fucking rear quarter. So, you know, he pushed his way in. I'm like, what a fucking dick. And the teacher, hit your brights, leave them on. Okay, ain't got to tell me twice. So I hit the brights. Middle of December in Chicago, the guy decides to stick his finger out the window and flip me off. And I'm nice and warm in the truck. You keep your finger out there all night, buddy. I don't give a shit.
Oh, God.
Next time, teacher said, next time, fucking just hit him.
Well, that is driving in Chicago. I mean, how many cars?
Also, you know, if you hit something with a semi, especially in a smaller car, because they cut you off, a lot of the times it's the car's fault.
Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, the cop will still write the CDL driver because the CDL driver is. Ticket. Yeah. The CDL driver is the professional.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, you know better. Well, yeah, blow me. I don't know everything. If I did, my name would be God.
Well, fuck. If some guy jumps in front of me and slams on his brakes, what do you want me to do?
So sometimes there's just not enough time.
Exactly.
That kind of brings us full circle to going back to that piss bottle. Because that's the one time you really want to save it. Because imagine how mad they're going to be when you throw that fucker at their windshield in the middle of December in northern Illinois, and that turns to frozen piss and breaks their windshield.
Yes!
Motherfuckers.
Yes!
And take the cap off before you toss it at them. That way it does freeze midair and just all over their windshield. Now, granted, you're going to have it all over your trailer, too, so make sure you do not own the trailer.
Right?
Make sure
motor oil works, too.
Motor oil's good.
Motor oil, they can't get that shit off.
You know, my friend Steve, you can throw a pair of his used underwear at the windshield. That'll work out pretty good.
I thought that worked better as a parachute, though.
No, you don't want to smell that parachute.
No, I'm not saying you do, but...
Well, if you're using it as a parachute, you're technically downwind from it, so you should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, but what happens if you flip upside down and get rolled into that parachute? Then what?
Oh.
Well, either way, regardless of what kind of parachute it is, you're fucked.
I mean, that could be a real shitty experience.
And beware the milk duds.
It was not a milk dud. I don't give a damn what he says. It was not a milk dud.
Yeah, no.
No.
More than likely wasn't.
No, it was a Twix bar. Ain't you seen
wasn't that either?
Or
all right.
Caddyshack?
Okay. This goes back to when I was working with Morning Disaster. Okay, so I'm gonna have to rewind and talk about this. Chris, I guess you're going to be my therapist through this. And Adam is going to be the court stenographer taking notes as I'm recounting this experience.
And how did that make you feel?
Oh, you're going to find out. So
We're going to learn today.
this particular friend of mine that I'm talking about, he was moving from his apartment outside of Decatur to an apartment in Williamsville. So really not that much, but it was kind of one of those subsidized housing apartments. It was actually going to work out better for him. So we get to hear all of the horror stories as he is getting ready to move. Like, nothing was packed. His laundry was rancid, would have been an improvement.
I think just setting it on fire would have been the best option.
Probably, set it on fire or, give it away to the homeless, but the homeless probably would not have taken it at that point. They just didn't want it. So nobody wanted to touch his chair. He had just gotten a couch given to him that he sold for money. Now, mind you, the couch was given to him because he didn't have a couch. He sold it for money.
That's kind
but
of
didn't pay the people, did not pay the people that gave him the couch that money that he got from the couch that he sold.
Why is it starting to sound like I may know this person that you're talking
about? you might. All right, so as we continue down the severe wreckage that this whole move was, we're on the air, we're watching the different stuff getting moved into the new apartment, and here comes his bed mattress. In roundabout where the backside region of a body would be, there is a big brown stain on this mattress. Right there. Chris's reaction right there was so priceless. So,
fuck, you want me to be your therapist while telling this story? I think I'm going to need some fucking therapy.
So
like I remember when this went down as a listener of that show.
we question, how did that stain get there? And the story that we were told, said individual laid down on a milk dud, and the milk dud melted into the mattress. So then he decided to clean it with a Dr. Pepper.
Like you do.
Because Dr. Pepper's the perfect thing to clean up.
Just trying to doctor it up,
Correct. So,
should have used Mr. Pibb.
So, better than Mr. Puffer. Anyway, finally, it was stated by the host of the program, okay, if that's really a stain from a milk dud, we got a night show we've got a show the next day. Or no, it was the following Thursday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Following Thursday night. Okay, we've got a subscriber show then. So, if it's really a stain from a milk dud, why don't you prove it to us and you lick the stain? He agreed. We fast forward to the subscriber show, and he gets up. He's on camera. He slowly makes his way into his bedroom. And he starts leaning over the bed, leaning. He gets about 2/3 of the way down and grabs his walker, pulls himself up, goes, okay, I admit it. It's a shit stain.
He was about to lick that shit up.
Why
was,
not just admit it up front?
yeah.
Just
I
say
mean,
it up front. Now
I
it's
mean,
just
serious.
yeah. Now
Now,
it's just you almost lick it and then you admit it. Come on.
Dude,
now,
no. See. Now that's called getting caught in a lie. If you're gonna tell a lie,
yeah,
you need to follow through
follow it all the way
100%.
through.
Stick to your lie.
You got like 97% through, and then
But I
bam.
mean, I'll tell you what, sticking to that lie would have left a real shitty taste in his mouth.
Yes, it would have.
I mean, it really would have.
Hey, I'd rather have a shitty taste in my mouth than be called the damn liar.
I mean, now if he had licked it,
Shitty taste goes away. Being called the liar, that's something.
I mean, if he had licked it, then I would have been the first to sit there and go, well, maybe I was wrong.
Say, didn't he
I ain't
name
gonna
his
lick
pet
it,
Milk Dud
but
after
you
that?
did, so I'm taking your word for it.
Yeah, he did name his cat Milk Dud after that.
I don't know if it's because he wanted to lick pussy or what. But,
I don't know.
you know.
The guy, I got it. The guy is. I am positive. I'm positive. I am
Come on, Chris.
positive.
Hang in there.
I'm positive that some of this has got to be that he does has got to be written. It has to be created. There's no way under the sun that there cannot be a way that there is an individual out there where everything I've heard out of him to date is real. There's no way possible.
Hey, there's some people that are just like that. You cannot script them because it don't work.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I'm going,
Yeah.
well, like I said, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, there is no way that everything I've heard over the last 3 years out of this guy, there's no way in my mind that this can all be real. Because if it is,
I know, right?
this is not somebody I want around me.
Yeah.
If it is real and true, I'm like,
Let alone
the
within
whole,
1,500 yards of any school district.
yeah. Dude, the whole
Hey,
thing.
it's not my fault they put a bar next to a school.
No.
I went to take a piss in the alley. What do you expect?
The whole thing with this guy actually started because he had, he was just trying to see if everything would fit. And he admitted that one of his hobbies was driving through the local university creeping girls. And it has gone just right down the toilet ever since. And that's why I said there's no way all of this could be true.
See, now I don't necessarily go out and creep for college women, but if I just so happen to be in a neighborhood where there's college women present, I'll tell you what.
Not saying, just saying.
Pretty much. Dude, I'll tell you, okay, we're all, well, Adam's a little younger than you and me, Chris, but
Not by much though.
not by much, but
What are you, early mid-30s?
Oh no. I'm 42.
Really?
Yeah.
Me and Adam are the same age.
oh, okay, so you guys are both young. Yeah, bite me, both of you.
January 1st.
God, I hate
You're
being
like,
the old
what,
fart.
3-4 years older than us?
Dude, I'm 43. I turned 44 in April.
Oh, yeah, that's right, a year. Not,
Yeah.
not even.
God, I hate being the old fart.
Once again, not by much, man.
So anyway, all right, we're all in our 40s. Let's face facts here. If I've got an 18, 19, 20-year-old girl that starts hitting on me anymore, I got to be honest about it. I'm like, I'm really not interested. I will look at her and say, I'm really not interested. You need to go find somebody your own age.
My daughter's older than you.
Yeah. Yeah. I can actually start saying that now.
My stepdaughter is almost that old.
My daughter's going to be 21 in 3 weeks.
My daughter turns 20 in May.
My stepdaughter is 16.
It's like, no, where I'm sitting at, it's like they walk up and, oh, hey, hi, blah, blah. Look, I got a kid that's almost the same age you are. You need to go find somebody your own age. Go over there.
It's like, if you're looking for a sugar daddy, I'm not one.
Nah, I'm not the one.
Yep.
I'm not the one.
Yep.
Well, it sounds like you need to be in one of 3 places: a bar, a church, or a library.
Right? And if you start it right at the bar, you could wind up at the library, and that may end up leading you to the church. So you better be careful there, too.
Yeah, there you go.
But no, it just anyone under like 35, 30 to 35, that's like my start age now.
See, I thought it was half your age plus 3. And that's
who came up with that?
acceptable.
Who came up with that dumbass equation?
No,
That's just what I've always heard.
no. My stepkids are that age.
Yeah. I got kids that are that age. No.
That'd be 25, 26. Yeah. My stepson and stepdaughter are 25 and 26.
Like I said, where I'm at with it now is it's like, even 28, 29 is like too young. I want 30, 31 at the youngest end of the spectrum. And this better be somebody that is taking care of their own home, owns their own vehicle, pays their own bills, has their own job, has their own life, and they're doing their own thing. Yeah, I cannot just, oh man, I mean, you guys remember the dog lady. I can't go back to that.
Back to that?
Oh, well, think about it. I was driving an hour and a half every day to take care of 14 friggin' huskies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you meant dog food lady, and I'm
that
like,
noise.
No.
I'll let you guys in on a little secret, too. One that a lot of people don't like hearing. She wasn't that fucking great in the sack either. So I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
Something was better than nothing?
That might have been it. Right now, I think Jergens is better than that.
That's pretty poor. So
Fine. Johnson & Johnson's baby oil?
No, I mean, if you're jerking your gherkin,
uses
then,
Vaseline.
I will not wind up back in a position like that. I just won't. There's no reason for it. There is no rhyme or reason to wind up in a position with someone that's that much younger than I am, taking care of all of their crap, and really not getting anything out of it whatsoever. And a matter of fact, when I would bring something up that was important to me, automatically denied and twisted inside out, and I was fucked out of it. Anything and everything to fuck me over was done.
yeah, say if someone that young, like 26 or whatever or less, came up to me, I'm just like, thanks for the compliment, but keep moving along.
No, pass.
Yeah.
I don't know, Chris. Where's your line
Where's
at?
my wife? If some 26, 27. You see my wife? She's around here somewhere.
He's like, don't let my wife hear this. Dude, your wife is probably listening to make sure.
No, I thought the 26, 27 had my wife right behind her.
Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't do it because they probably got my wife right behind her. Or they're probably friends with one of my stepkids, and I've known them since they were in 6th grade.
Right. It's just like, no, I can't do it, man. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
Low end of the spectrum now is low 30s. My preference is more, because let's face it, we're all in our 40s. Let's look at the real facts here. It took us till our late 20s to realize how stupid we were. Am I wrong?
I still find it out upon occasion.
Yeah. Yeah, there are still times where I'm like, I'm a friggin' idiot. But it took us until our late 20s to really realize how dumb we really were.
The only thing I'm really thankful for my teen years and my early 20s, throughout my 20s, is that not everyone had a camera in their fucking hand at the ready to put that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Could you imagine the stupid shit that'd be out there today if camera phones and shit were around back then? Oh my God. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
No, I definitely have my line there. I'm like, no, it will never, ever, 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 ever occur again. No. My late teens, my early 20s were in the military, which was a great move for me because it did teach me a lot of responsibility where I was ready to go and I could handle certain things. But throughout my early 20s, it was my mid 20s when I got down to New Mexico finally. And even then, I would say I was about 28 or 29 before it really just kind of hit me like a brick. And it's like, I have really pissed my life down the drain. Because I hadn't done anything really to speak of yet. And I would take it back. I was about 28.
My brother-in-law, because nowadays I got a good job, 401k, plan to possibly retire and all that shit. And my brother-in-law, up until now, you just pissed your life away. I said, I have not pissed my life away. I had a lot of fucking fun. Granted, I didn't always have everything I have. I didn't always have the 401k and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't piss it away. I just had a lot of fun with it.
Oh, I'm not going to deny I've had a lot of fun over the years. But dude, when I look at the facts, everything that I had during that time in my life, I can honestly say 99% of it is gone.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was in my
20s, right here.
I've got great memories. I don't even have the pictures anymore.
Yeah. In my 20s, I was experiencing my first marriage.
Ooh.
I'm glad I don't remember most of that.
I want to say that was less than a year of my 20s.
Right. But you guys get what I'm saying is it's like that point in my life, when I think about that time frame in my life, yes, I have to agree with Chris. Thank God nobody had a camera around.
Yeah, 100%.
like every
Yeah.
minute of every waking second of every day.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay. When I was 19, let's see. I finished truck driving school at the end of the spring, and then at the end of the summer, I jumped on with the carnival, and that's when I met my first wife. We finished the season, and yeah,
I mean, let's face it.
but at the same time, it wasn't a mistake because I ended up meeting my daughter 15 years later.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to be a grandfather and she's having a boy.
Holy God. This is the proper way to McGraw.
Chris is going to be a grandpa.
I said,
Oh,
cool.
shit.
I'm going to have a grandson I get to teach all kinds of cool shit to just to piss off his grandma.
This is how you modify a toilet paper roll to be a bowl.
Or bong. Yeah, whatever.
Or a bong.
No, I'm going to have to stick with my rule.
No weed before
like
15?
18. Well.
Oh, okay.
Actually, by then it's grandkid. We might get a little more lenient by then, but like with my kids, they knew I smoked weed, and I told them, I smoke weed. I don't hide it or anything. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you're gonna smoke weed, do it in your room and don't let me know. I'll sit down and smoke with you when you turn 18. And there was a couple of times where I told my son, well, I'm out of here, bud, but hitter boxing grinders right there on the table. What I don't see, I don't know.
Right. Then you came back and everything was gone. You're like, shit, I got to buy more weed.
No, actually, he was always cool about it. Just one or two hitters.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's today's lesson from Grandpa Chris. How do you smoke weed from an apple?
Done that.
That's almost necessary.
TJ sat there. TJ has seen me take a roll of Starburst and make a fucking pipe out of a roll of Starburst.
I have watched him do it.
You smash them all together, kind of heat it up a little bit to get them all sticking together, push a rod through it so you make a hole, and then you take another piece, push a rod halfway through, core it out, stick it together, heat it up, glue it together, bam, you got a bowl made out of Starburst.
It's a fruity experience.
Then afterwards, you got something to eat.
Eat the evidence.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think I got like 12 different kind of snacks I can actually make a bowl using that snack as long as it's not chocolate.
Oh, that's right. You turned down the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup one. But you did the Jolly Ranchers in front of me too.
I did the Jolly Ranchers.
Can you do it with Twizzlers?
Twizzlers is a good one.
Okay. Just figure they're already hollow.
I was going to say it's mostly like your gummy kind of or your chewy kind of candies. Chocolate kind of tends to melt.
Yeah, I can believe that.
All right. So I got to tell you guys about this. One of my coworkers, I don't know if I brought this up last week or not. One of my coworkers, she was born in Chicago.
I'm sorry. I feel so bad for her already.
Yeah.
I know, right? But here's the thing, is like everybody that completes the instructor's course, or just when she feels like it, she's like, oh, we've got to celebrate. And she tries to shove off a shot of Malort. And I'm going, wait a minute. No, I know what that shit is. I've had it. There it is. Malort.
Yeah. The Chicago treat.
Mix it with the can.
Like, no thanks, I'm cool.
You got yourself a handshake.
Yep. Drop a shot and a shot of old style, and then you got a Chicago bomb.
No, that's the shot of Chicago handshake, which funny because it actually tastes really good.
Yeah,
It's one of those
mixing
weird
the two.
concoctions that's something really nasty, and old style ain't half bad. So you take something really nasty and something that ain't half bad, mix it together, and it's actually really fucking good.
The thing is with old style, if you're gonna drink old style, that's got to be like almost liquid ice cold. That's the only way you can really drink it.
I don't know. I've never had a warm old style.
I know somebody that has. Of course, I kind of insisted on it. He was raising money for a charity, and he had to drink hot old style while eating a quart of pickled quail eggs.
Now, I did see a guy pop the top on an old style he'd had in his fridge since like 1985. So it still had the pull tab on it. And he put it in his fridge and said, I'm going to drink it when the Cubs won the World Series. And when the Cubs won the World Series, they held him to it. And he popped
pulled
it
the
open.
thing out of there and popped it, huh?
He popped it. He sniffed it. He said, I don't want to, but I said I would, so I'm going to take a drink. Took a drink, set it down, said, there. Don't say I didn't drink it.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, my dad.
Look, I had a couple
had a bottle of Coke that had been on our shelf from the year I was born. The Iowa Hawkeyes went to the Rose Bowl, and it had been on my dad's shelf for that long. About 12 years ago, I went up there to visit and whatnot, and I looked at all the bottles on the shelf, and I said, hey, where's my bottle? And they said, which one? I said, the 1981 Hawkeyes bottle. Oh, Jared, my brother Jared, bet one of our friends that he wouldn't drink it. Fucking so dude drank it, and my brother stiffed him on the bet.
Oh!
Yeah.
So not only did you lose your bottle, the other guy lost money and got screwed into drinking it.
Yeah. But I always said, don't make a fucking bet with Jared. You won't get paid.
Well, don't make a bet if you're not willing to honor the bet.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Dude, how hard is that to understand?
So one kid I work with has owed me his paycheck since shortly after we started. He said something. I said, bet. He said, I'll bet paychecks. I said, okay. We shook. I won the bet. Still ain't ever gave me his paycheck. Another kid fucking said something stupid. I said, no. He says, bet. And I said, okay, $50. Okay. He lost that bet. I still ain't seen my $50.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. You know, like, all right. So back when we were younger, well, you made a bet like that. If you didn't honor that bet, man, it was ass kicking in the parking lot time.
Got your ass whooped.
Yeah.
You got your ass handed to you. Like right now. Now they're like, oh, I ain't gonna pay it. What are you gonna do? Like, man, I'm gonna take you out in the middle of nowhere and introduce you to old school. That's what I'm gonna do. Come on, Junior, let's go have a drink.
And then them little bitches go and fucking call the cops and tell mommy and cry on social media, and all of a sudden Chris is in jail and you're getting justice for weenus.
Justice for weenus. Oh God, justice for weenus. That's a new one.
I haven't said anything yet, and I know a lot of the guys I work
I'm going to let
listen.
you go off on this because I've got to piss. So
I know a lot of the guys that I work with don't listen to George Carlin a whole lot. Do you listen to George Carlin?
Yeah, upon occasion, yeah.
Have you ever heard his bit about guys named Todd?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
So, two of the guys back in our parts department are named Tyler and Todd. And I just want to look at him and be like, dude, you guys are just missing fucking Tucker and you got it going.
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, it's fucking bullshit how fucking you go out to whoop someone's ass and yeah. It ain't right.
No, everyone's got a tattle on everyone, and
Didn't your mom ever tell you don't be a tattletale?
yep,
No snitches.
yep, because snitches get stitches or get left in ditches.
Yeah, they get found in the ditches.
Oh my God, I feel better.
Did you pee in that
That's-
bottle?
Well, dude, that's what I get for drinking a whole pot of coffee. Cause I just changed the jobs. I'm kind of floating it out until Friday when I get paid. Here's a bad side. Is I'm waiting here. I get both my pension check from the VA and my first paycheck from work on the same friggin' day. But I've got to ride it out until then on like $60. Come on.
Yeah, I gotta fucking stock my cameras at home and keep an eye at work for the UPS guy. Because I got a package coming that you have to be 21 and show ID for.
Oh, you got absinthe.
No, not absinthe.
Damn.
I got tomorrow I will have the Motorhead Ace of Spades bourbon whiskey. I will
Nice.
have Def Leppard gin, Metallica's blackened whiskey, Kiss rum, and Slipknot whiskey. And then I'll still be waiting on 2 more bottles of Slipknot moonshine and Slipknot red cask. So I highly recommend craftshack.com.
Oh, I use Craft Shack quite a bit. Hey, you could get some pretty good stuff out of Craft Shack.
Hell yeah.
Amazon is another one I use just insanely. Chris, you remember this? Like, what was it, 5-6 years ago? I was like, dude, I don't want to buy anything online. I'd rather go to the store, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I still
Chris
like
is
going to the store.
And Chris was like, no, man, really, just try Amazon once. Just try it. He was like a drug dealer trying to get me to start doing online shopping.
Now,
come on, man, try it once.
For certain things, yeah, I like to use the internet if I know what I'm looking for and know exactly what I'm getting. Now,
Right.
when there's stuff that I want to try or stuff I'm not quite sure about, then I go try to find a store. No. One that is really difficult to find. I don't know if I showed you.
I hope it's not Malort. But no, I did promise to bring some. Holy crap.
That gargoyle?
Yeah.
That's the pour spout.
I'll be damned.
Nice.
This shit, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
If you can find it.
Yeah, that's the kicker, is if you can find it.
I had to go to Clarksville, Tennessee to get that bottle.
I'll be damned.
Wow.
But it's also worth the drive, too. It's only an hour and a half.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an hour and a half for you. It's like 17 hours for me.
Well, see, there's also this thing like, hey, Chris, it's an hour and a half for you if you want to let me buy the bottle and go grab it for me and pay for shipping. And
I've been meaning to ask you, are you up on Venmo and all that, or?
I am on Venmo and I am on Facebook Pay.
All right, cool. I will add you on my Venmo, so if I do need to send you money for something, I can.
I think it's Venmo I use.
Corey says that is black currant whiskey.
Yes, and it is fucking delicious.
See, there you go. Corey, see what you miss on when you're missing staff meetings and you're not piping up in the chat room and getting it going. You get to miss the tales of the mattress stain and where now that I've recanted that one, we all need therapy.
Yeah.
Of course, Chris is working on his therapy right now. He's reloading his bowl. He's like, not a bad idea. Adam's going, oh.
Well,
Corey says he drank a half a bottle of Blackened at a wedding reception. How blacked out were you after that? That is, wow. Half a bottle.
Sweet. I'm going to have a bottle of Blackened that I've that we're going to have at the event in April.
I'm still working to find out if I can even make it up there for that. I mean, God, man, things are so. We've got a mess at work.
I was actually thinking about giving it away on air, but no one answered my trivia question.
No.
Whose drum kit did Lars Ulrich borrow for making of Master of Puppets, specifically the snare? Answer without using Google.
Now, how are we going to be able to check that they didn't use Google?
Because I know the answer.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean other people won't use Google to find out.
Well,
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Like maybe
I'll
you
give
should
you
just
one
do
hint, and it's the same clue I gave on air. He wasn't needing it at that current moment.
One arm. Oh, what's his name? Damn it. Plays with Tom Petty.
No.
No?
No.
He was one of them that had
Def
one arm.
Leppard.
Yeah, one arm was Def Leppard, man.
One was Def Leppard.
Rick
The other one was
Neal.
Tom Petty.
No, there wasn't a one arm.
Yeah.
Petty didn't have a one arm guy.
Yeah, because we used to make fun of the fact that he only had the one arm when playing Last Chance with Mary Jane. I'm sure of that one. I do remember that.
One armed. Music.
Because what was it? We were told that they had his one drumstick, and it was carved out where it had the two different heads on either side of the drumstick. So he could play it.
The only one that pops up is Rick Allen.
Just Rick Allen, huh? No.
Yep.
When they did Last Chance with Mary Jane, he only had one arm. Now, it might have been only one arm available to play, but I do remember that. Might have been broken. Or maybe he did it with Rick Allen. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything for Tom Petty. Stevie Wonder. That motherfucker is not blind. And Rick Allen. Yeah. The only one I get with one arm is Rick Allen. But you look under musicians and drummers with disabilities. Of course,
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder's got to pop up, and that motherfucker.
Well, Ray Charles.
Ray Charles is blind.
Yeah, Ray Charles was blind.
is blind as blind can be. Ray Charles cannot see a goddamn thing. Stevie Wonder can see.
Right.
And
You
I'll
say there are
fight
different
anyone who
stages
says
to
different.
blind.
Huh?
There are different stages to blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, you get what I'm saying.
Uh,
Yeah, they're
A blind man don't recognize someone else when they walk in the elevator and call them by name. A blind man don't reach out and pick up a fallen microphone stand.
that's true.
a completely blind person couldn't. Someone with impaired vision could.
Oh hell, that's 99%
Yeah,
of
but
Americans.
Stevie Wonder played it that he was completely blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm
did
sorry.
things
No.
that he should not have been able to do,
Yeah.
being 100% blind.
Uh,
Ray Charles was as blind as a bat and did not do anything that proved otherwise.
Shaq straight up said fucking he was going to get on an elevator door open up, there's Stevie Wonder. As Shaq walks into the elevator, Stevie looked at him, what up, big man?
Well, if you said, "What up, big man?" Shaq is a mass of a man.
huge.
Yeah.
How you gonna see who that is if you're blind?
Yeah,
How
if you're
big he
100%
is?
blind, how you seeing that it's Shaq?
Yeah. Well, if he didn't say Shaq specifically and just said big man, he's not wrong. But he's not specific either.
But then Shaq also turned around and got on a elevator with Ray Charles, and Ray Charles said, "Could you please keep from farting in here?" I'll get somebody to point me at you so I
that's
can
not
whip
what Ray
you.
Charles said. If anything, he said, you got the right one, baby.
Yeah. Hey, he got paid to say it.
He did.
That's
Yeah,
what
he did.
matters.
God, Ray Charles did. I do like Ray Charles though. I like his music. I like the way he was.
Yeah, fucking messing around.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I keep thinking that's Jerry Lee Lewis was Great Balls of Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. There's one that was taken from us way too early.
Yeah. Fucking barely got an album out for us.
I know.
So we were I'm having technical difficulties with the station today, and I didn't have time to mess with it this morning. A guy I work with actually woke me up. Fucking, you want to go to work for a little bit today? Yeah, sure. Let me get up and get ready. So I get up, come out into the studio, and check the station. It's not working. So I queue up 4 hours of music and fucking go to work and come back home, get the station back up and running, and first thing that comes on is Meatloaf.
Let me guess. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights.
Nope. Anything for love.
I'll be damned.
Mm-hmm.
But no, man, I'm
Hit the road, mess around, what I'd say. Yeah.
I mean, let's go back a few years and really look at it. I mean, be honest, I know Chris, I'll say some that I think they suck that we lost them as quick as we did. There's some he's going to disagree, and there's some he'll agree. Like me personally, I think Nirvana would have went a lot farther and been a lot better had they not killed Kurt Cobain.
But then we would have missed out on Foo Fighters.
We would have missed out on. I think I honestly think Foo Fighters would have came later. I think we would have gotten a couple more decent albums from Nirvana, though.
I don't think so.
No?
I think Kurt Cobain hated Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Hated it. And I think that would have been the song that made Kurt say, "Fuck you, I don't want to do this no more"?
I mean,
When they did the MTV Unplugged, they were the only band that actually was not unplugged. They had amplifiers and everything hidden all around the stage. Kurt was sitting on an amp.
yeah.
And the only reason he agreed to do the MTV Unplugged was if they did not have Smells Like Teen Spirit in the playlist.
Because he did.
It
He
was a
hated
good-
that song.
Yeah.
He
It
hated,
was
he
a
hated
good
how
album, though. The MTV Unplugged album was a really good album, though.
it
No,
was.
but what Chris is
But
saying,
with,
he hated the whole Nevermind album.
Yeah.
He hated Smells Like Teen Spirit because he said that's all you hear on every single radio station, and they're ignoring everything else on that album.
Yeah.
And that album had a ton of good music on it.
It did.
Yeah.
I mean, you never hear.
It also had a kid on the cover that's been trying to get paid ever since.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Chasing that dollar bill. I mean, you never hear anything off of Bleached. Never.
No.
You hear stuff
But-
off In Utero, Come As You Are.
Yeah.
You do hear some stuff off of In Utero, but you never hear anything off of Bleach. And I mean, there was some great music on Bleach.
Yeah.
The Nevermind album, the only thing you ever hear off of that is Smells Like Teen Spirit. You will still hear from In Utero. You'll still hear, like Chris said, Come As You Are. Once in a while, you get somebody that's brave and you'll hear Rape Me.
Yeah, but very rarely.
There's another one. But I keep thinking of like Heart Shaped Box and Polly and
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Those you never hear, but they were great.
They were.
They're just great, groundbreaking music that came from Nirvana. And yeah, I mean,
And
Courtney Love killed him. I don't care what anybody says. I still believe that.
It really sucks because it was a different sound coming out of Seattle, but
Yeah.
it quieted down other sounds coming out of other places in the 90s, like Sepultura, Pantera.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You didn't quiet down Pantera. They just walked all over everybody.
That they fucking did. But
I mean, let's face it.
they didn't get radio play
Well,
like Nirvana. That stuff coming out of Seattle, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden,
early Pearl Jam.
That was the stuff they were playing on the rock and metal stations. You weren't hearing much of the other bands, other places at that time on the rock. and metal stations.
Because when I look at Central Illinois radio, and I'm talking, Springfield, Peoria, back then, no, you got a lot of what was coming out of Seattle, but you got Pantera. You got I remember when in 95 when Ozzy came out with Osmosis, that was all over the place.
Yeah.
91, No More Tears was all over the place. You heard everything off of that album. But you got Pantera, you got Rage Against the Machine, you got that other groundbreaking stuff that was coming out at that time and hitting.
We got it, but we didn't get as much of it as we got the stuff coming out.
No,
of Seattle.
I would especially say this for Rock 106 in Peoria. No, I really think they balanced it out really well there because, their competition back then was a little radio station called KZ93. Okay, now I'm over that. And part of your programming was Ray Lytle and John Lamb doing part of the programming with Rick Hirschman at Rock 106 back then. And everybody had a hand in it, and they were all going, no, you have to mix this out and make sure that we get a good nationwide balance of what's coming out. So, no, Rock 106 actually balanced out very well for the time frame.
And I'll tell you what it was, too, that made that stuff get the way it was, because Rob Zombie even said so. His music would have never been heard if it wasn't played on Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
I mean, White Zombie.
Yeah.
White Zombie. Yeah, they had videos on Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse was in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
And that was actually at the request of Jim Carrey.
Yeah. But I mean, you get what I'm saying. Is depending on the station that you grew up listening to. I know a lot of them around Chicago, they were like, yeah, whatever, that could go over here. We're gonna grab this sound out of Seattle. It's something different. It's something new. But no, around Peoria and Springfield, no, they mixed it out real well.
Well, where I grew up in Iowa, the best place, the best way to get it other than MTV was a Walkman with a cassette tape and a pair of headphones, and you were fucking in music heaven.
No, yeah. I mean, everybody loved that.
The radio stations up in Iowa, I mean, Rock 108 covers the northwest corner, and they've always been pretty decent. But I mostly listened to them, I remember as a kid, for the Dr. Demento show, because it was the only time I really actually had time to listen to that particular station.
Right.
Other than that, I had to find a cassette tape and a Walkman fucking to take a walk.
Oh, God, man. The old Walkman. When that was the pride of technology. Slap a couple of double A's in it, put on your headphones, and away you go.
Fuck yeah.
I remember the first Walkman I ever got.
Oh, yeah?
I was actually in the hospital. I had my first seizure. And my sister Kelly got me a Walkman and Green Day's album, Dookie.
Dookie!
Oh, my God, Dookie!
And
that was another one.
That was another one that was heavily played in the 90s. And the whole album, I got to say, it was Green Day's best album.
Everything. And everything on Dookie got played. Just like what was the album that came? Dookie dropped, and then The Offspring dropped one right at the damn near the same. Thank you.
The one before that, the one before Ixnay, was really good too.
The self-titled one.
Yeah.
With just the red skeleton on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Ixnay on the Ombre was really good too.
Dude, man, now you're fucking taking me back, and I'm just envisioning like all the fucking tapes and CDs I had and all the covers. Like 311 was just the blue cover.
Yeah.
Metallica was just the black cover.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was Green Jelly, not Green Jello, Corey Hale. Green Jelly, yes. We all remember Green Jelly and the Three Little Pigs.
Yeah.
When I was at work, fucking, I knew my cue to get my ass home, fucking, and it was playing that song. So I'm like, oh shit, I got to get home before it starts playing stuff it shouldn't be playing. And I'm driving home, and my auto DJ went to Green Jello, Three Little Pigs. I'm fuck yeah. Fucking, I pull into the gas station. Dude's like, what's that? I'm like, dude, that's Green Jello, man. Three Little Pigs. He's like, cool. What station is that? I said, that's AsgardRadio.com. That's my station. My show right now, actually, just living proof that you don't have to work to be a fucking DJ.
Yes, it wasn't the original band's name Green Jello until they got in trouble with.
Yeah, there was some kind of suit, and it's now Green Jelly. But they have 128 members. They're in the Guinness Book of World Records for being the largest band in the world, and I actually know quite a few of the members. And I've told them I will never. I said it in 1996, and I'll say it again today. I will never call them green jelly. It is green jello.
Yeah.
They've had more name changes than some people have had surgeries.
Speaking of music, did you guys hear that Slipknot has fired Corey Taylor? They are talking about hiring
heard
the
something
lead
about
singer from
that.
Stone Sour.
Really?
I heard something about
Yeah.
that.
They're firing Corey and they're hiring the lead singer of Stone Sour.
Huh.
So what happened? Why did they get
The
rid of
lead
Corey?
singer of Stone Sour is Corey Taylor.
I had heard
Looking
something
at me
about.
like you don't get the fucking joke.
I got the joke, but no, I had heard something about Slipknot was getting rid of somebody.
They did get rid of Jay Weinberg, the drummer.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure who's replacing him, but there's talks of Simon Crahan possibly, which is Sean Crahan's son.
Okay.
Which he's actually in another band with Simon Taylor, Corey Taylor, or not Simon Taylor. What the fuck's his name? Corey Taylor's kid. It's going to come to me in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll come when we're like off the air.
Yeah.
Then it'll hit you like a ton of lead.
God damn, it's actually bugging me now that I can't remember his name. But him and Simon Crahan are currently in a band together called Vended that's been opening up for Slipknot lately.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Griffin Taylor. That's his name, Griffin.
And then there was what else is going on? I've heard a bunch of stuff. I just haven't been able to keep up with it. You know, obviously because I've had plenty of crap going on my own. I thought I'd heard something about Disturbed lately.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. I haven't paid attention. I actually have a concert of a lifetime coming up. For the last 20 years plus, longer than that, I've wanted to see the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, again.
I'm kind of in agreement here.
I am a week and a half away.
You dick. Just reminded me of that again.
It's like, good for you, but
which means starting Wednesday, I got to work my fucking ass off.
All right, here you go. Corey says his wife went to college at Drake and would talk about the scary metal band next door to her house. Said they were kind of nerdy. Who's the band?
What year did she go to college?
They would coke to her gray parties sometimes.
Because if you're saying metal but kind of nerdy, the first thing that comes to my mind is Marilyn Manson, Brian Warner. But he would have went to college way. I don't think he went to. I'm not sure.
I mean, Manson's pretty smart, dude.
Okay, so Corey says early 90s.
Early 90s. That'd be about right.
That would be. Drake University, where's that at?
Oh, they would go to frat parties. Drake University, I don't remember. He's saying Slipknot.
Aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Say Drake University is in Des Moines.
In Des Moines, early 90s. Because Slipknot didn't form until 96. And I remember seeing them at a club in Des Moines that on Sundays was all ages. So we would take off from this foster home when I was in Des Moines and go to this club on Sundays just because it was all ages.
Right.
Had another one in Davenport. I ran away from a foster home there to go to, but that was for Friday nights when it was no rap Fridays.
Man, that was like the big. Okay, so like in the 70s, the big war was like rock and disco. And in the 80s, the big war was rock and pop because of Michael Jackson. You guys remember what it was in the 90s?
Rock and rap.
Rock and rap. And you were starting to see the phase
Or what
phase
they
over.
called that new metal.
Oh, God.
That Linkin
Look,
Park, Limp Bizkit,
Yeah.
Kid Rock.
I will say right now that Limp Bizkit, when it came out, I was like, oh, this ain't too bad. Now I'm like, why did I even want to listen to this shit? But I will still sit down and I will listen to like Hybrid Theory and, I will still listen to some of the early Linkin Park.
Yeah, she's saying metal band early 90s that was kind of nerdy. I'm going to go with Marilyn Manson.
He's saying it was Slipknot. Ugh. But yeah, that was like I said, that was rock and rap back then, and oh my God. Oh wow.
Yeah, say unfortunately for me, in the house I lived in, it was either rock or someone else was playing country. There wasn't really a whole lot of rap.
That's what I'm saying. Where I grew up in Iowa, there was a lot of country.
Yeah.
I there's like, again, I could kind of, now I've got more of that eclectic taste where I can listen to about anything.
Yeah.
There are days where I sit down and all I want to hear is country music. Just sit back and chill out and listen to it, There are days where I've just had, most of the time I'm turning on the classic rock station. And it irritates me now that I'm hearing stuff that I heard when I was in high school being played on the classic rock station.
Oh, okay.
I am not that old yet. There is no reason that I should be listening to the music that I listened to in high school on the classic friggin' rock station.
And you just know where it is.
God, man. Look, I know I graduated high school 25 years ago, but for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I should not be hearing my music that I grew up on a classic rock station. That is ridiculous.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm used to listening to classic rock with my dad and hearing like Ozzy, Led Zeppelin, stuff like that. But yeah, to hear my own music is kind of depressing.
I don't even consider Led Zeppelin classic rock.
Yeah, Led Zeppelin's classic rock. That was the 70s.
I mean, that was one of the bands I was introduced to rock music on, was Led Zeppelin. Black Sabbath and Rolling Stones I kind of consider more classic rock, But no, I'm driving down the road, dude. I'm on my way to work, and I hear Seven Mary 3 on a classic rock station.
See, yeah, now that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I was 98, Corey.
Or like Nirvana on the classic rock station.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're playing Pearl Jam. I'm going, Soundgarden, Seven Mary 3.
I don't want to hear Black Hole Sun playing on the classic station.
No!
I'm sorry, I don't.
I hear, I'm like I said, I'm driving back. I hear the I hear Alice in Chains, the Rooster song, you know?
Yeah.
They've come to snub the rooster. I'm like, oh, that is not classic rock, you fuckers. I don't get it. How do you dub that classic rock? I don't understand. Chris is looking through the library like now. Yeah, no, that's not classic rock. I heard him play. I heard Rage Against the Machine on that classic rock station. I'm going, what? No. Rage Against the Machine is not classic rock.
No, it's not.
And there's a reason why all of this stuff that we have brought up in the 90s is not classic rock. Do you want to know the solid reason for that?
Let's hear it, TJ.
Because I'm not that fucking old yet.
Yeah.
I am not that old yet that my music is now being described as classic.
Corey, to answer your question, I'm class of 99. So I think I'm about the...
Yeah, I already said that. I already said, Corey, I'm class of 98. Adam, you were 99. Chris, you were 99, weren't you?
I graduated in 99.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be class of 2000, but I finished early.
That's right. And he graduated with high masturbation honors.
Yes, and when I got denied for military, actually, I had a couple of colleges try to headhunt me, but since I didn't get into the military, I said, fuck you, I'm going to party my own way.
Well, I mean, you could have went to Illinois.
Straight up, graduating high school, it was either go into the military or do nothing.
Well, all right, so Corey's saying 20 years or older is considered classic rock. Well, I consider that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the fucking name of that club in Des Moines was.
Are you trying to look it up?
Yeah, so, all the members of Slipknot, they were in different bands in Des Moines. In the early up to the mid 90s, they formed in 1995, first using the Slipknot name in 1995. And there was a club we used to go to that we seen, the bands play before they joined together and formed Slipknot. I'm just trying to remember the name of the fucking club.
Why don't you look up live music venues in Des Moines, Iowa?
Because I know it's on Slipknot's Wikipedia page.
Oh, okay. Because you put it in there?
Somebody did.
Somebody did.
I knew where it
that
was.
Wasn't a no. That was not a no.
No, it was not me that put it in there.
Oh, okay. Now we got the no.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, I just, no. I still refuse to believe that I'm old enough that my music should be considered classic. That sounds like a cricket phone.
Yes, dear.
Oh.
Okay.
Karma does. I don't know. I'm sure the puppy needs to go too.
We heard yes, dear. He's already in trouble.
Gotta let the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, I've been a huge fan of Slipknot before they were even Slipknot, and I've actually been lucky enough to meet all of them a couple of times. And when I lived in Iowa, I worked for Mayflower Moving, and I actually got to move Corey Taylor's shit into his house in West Des Moines.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so Corey's asking you, did you ever get a big tomato pizza?
Huh?
Corey is asking you if you ever got a big tomato pizza.
What's a big tomato pizza?
Shit, I don't know. You're from Iowa. You're supposed to know that kind of thing.
We had Casey's Pizza.
Blech.
Okay, I'm from Iowa, and I grew up in the foster care system. I was a resident at Orchard Place in Des Moines and another foster home in Des Moines where we ran away to see Slipknot. I was at Annie Whitmire in Davenport, plus a few other foster homes. I was in the Waverly Children's Home, also known as Brentwood. I was in 4 different facilities of Four Oaks. I was also in Eldora and Toledo. That was my childhood in Iowa.
Yeah. Which you and I had talked about before. I didn't need you to recap it.
I ran away
But I
a
will-
lot. Like, and
Dude,
when I tell people I am Joe Dirt, I am Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
And here
The only
my
thing
youth
he's
was
missing
just
is the
spent in
multicolored
Williamsville.
Roadrunner.
With a foot-shaped gas pedal, hell yeah, and a Hurst shifter.
Yep. And a
All
hammy.
Let me let these dogs out.
All right.
Mm.
We're not too far away from wrapping it up tonight, but that was the name of the pizza place, and that was Per Slice Pizza Joint. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what. This is going to be kind of since Chris brought it up, it's going to be kind of the last subject of the night. But when I was back up in Illinois, back in August, I did stop and I got Casey's Pizza. What the fuck happened to that?
So
That is-
I'm guessing like most corporations, they just decide to go cheap to make more money.
Well, dude, like Casey's Pizza used to actually be pretty decent, and now it's doughy. It's not cooked all the way through. It's hot garbage.
That all depends on who you got back there making the pizza. Some people just don't need to
Yeah.
be doing the job they're doing.
Well, yeah, it kind of goes into that too. Like, there's so many people that are out there that think they deserve so much more for what we did for a hell of a lot less.
Yeah. I mean, it really does take someone who gives more than 0 fucks about a slice of pizza. So if they value their job and they enjoy what they do, they'll make you better pizza.
I bet I could get Chris to make.
I'll tell you
Make
what.
me a good pizza.
Yeah. Dude, when I was a cook, I took pride in my cooking. When I worked at the gas station, yeah, you saw me sitting on my ass back there and the place was fucked up, but that wasn't my fault. The place was at least clean, and the bathroom you wouldn't be afraid to take a shit in. Anything I do, fucking take pride in your work.
Yeah.
Today, fucking, I was at work for a little bit. Boss walked in while I'm cutting off a weld I just put on because I thought it looked ugly and needed to be redone.
I mean, you really should. You got to take pride in what you're doing. And I don't know why people don't. And then they want to get paid umpteen thousands of dollars to do it. And I'm like, like the guy pushing carts at Walmart. He's got to get help to do that shit. I didn't get that help from that cart to push carts when I was doing it at County Market in Pekin.
Yep. Same here at the county market in Springfield before it became DHS.
And I pushed 81 of them bastards at one time up to the fucking cart bay.
I did 60 in the middle of winter on ice.
Now they got a motorized thing that pushes the big fucking carts in. Dude, fucking bullshit. I used to do that shit at Hy-Vee. 2 of us be fucking hauling a train of 40 carts across that parking lot.
It was 2 of us. It was me and my friend Ben Terrell, and Ben and I hauled in 81 of them in February in one train. Dude, we went out. We'd clear that lot, and we'd have it cleared, all the carts cleared in like 10 minutes. put away,
Yeah,
ready to go, and we're back inside and stocking shelves.
I still have that a habit. When I go to the grocery store here, they don't have a cart corral in the parking lot, so people just leave them lined up by the building. I'll walk in with a train of fucking 8 to 10 carts, fucking put them where they go. Sorry, I can't help myself.
But it's just like, but when I was doing that, I was stocking shelves, I was pushing carts, and I got paid. Guess how much?
Probably $4.25.
$4.95 an hour.
Okay. I think my first job was like $4.75 an hour.
I cleaned the bathrooms and put in the parts order and stocked the parts order at the shop that my dad worked at when I was in high school. I made $7 an hour doing that because of what I had to do to put in the parts order and to stock the parts order. And then I had to clean the bathrooms and clean the offices. Dude, I spent usually anywhere between 24 to 36 hours a weekend at that shop.
And so the first job I had, I worked at Subway. I think I might have gotten $5.50 an hour. Might have.
Well, the first
17.
job, everybody winds up with McDonald's on their resume at least once, and I wound up at a McDonald's for like 3 weeks, and I hated the job that much. And I got paid, Chris hit it on the head, $4.15 an hour at that McDonald's.
Yeah, my first job was for JTPA, detasseling corn, $200 a week.
Detasseling,
hey, when you're 15 years old, $200 a week is a lot of money, but detasseling corn fucking sucks.
Dude, detasseling, I made a shitload more than that.
Well, we were 15, and that's what they paid us.
Yeah, we had a couple of companies.
We also got a different rate for being the state kids.
Well, that might have been. But no, I do remember for a fact I got paid hourly to detassel too. I mean, it was, I'm telling you, it was a different ball game back then. But we learned work ethic, and then we learned to take pride in what we did and how we did it and getting the job done.
Yeah.
And it's so irritating to me now that a lot of these kids that are there, that they're not doing that.
Now, when I was 17 years old, I was in Davenport in a place called Annie Whitmire, and they let me get a job at McDonald's there. So I spent all summer working at McDonald's and just stashing away my paychecks, hiding the money. I'd give them, a portion of it, but I'd stash most of it away. Come fucking September, I said, all right, I don't feel like being there anymore. And I got all this fucking cash saved up. I got the fuck out of there, went to Cedar Rapids, went to a Marilyn Manson concert, fucking had a blast.
See, Corey says his first job was pumping gas at a full-service gas station. Started at $4.25. He was at $4.75 when he quit.
It was probably either a Sinclair, an Ioko, or a Werco.
Yep, one of the three.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so let's get ready to go ahead and wrap it up. Adam, I know you haven't had a whole lot that you got to say tonight. Chris and I kind of ran with it.
Hey, it's all right. Sometimes I have more to say, sometimes I don't. Say, sometimes when you're here with friends, you just kind of go along with the ride. So I add what I can, if I can. And to Chris, about the concert, have fun, but
dude, I'm still going to one-finger salute you on that one. Chris, what's your final thoughts tonight?
Final thoughts, because I just had all this plotted out in my head. Final thoughts. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, April 13th, 2024, we are hosting an event at the Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois. Right now, we have Pit Lord, and Old Fat Bastard on the Dirty Sphincters on the bill. Plus, we're giving out
I still love that name.
We're doing raffles for band merch baskets. I got a couple of guitars that we're going up for. We're either doing a silent auction or a raffle. I haven't quite decided yet. Follow Asgard Radio on Facebook for the details. And also, if anyone out there has any experience in being a radio DJ and likes rock, classic rock, metal, the shit we like,
Right.
and you got maybe 2 hours twice a week, hit me up if you want to be one of our DJs. Right now, we are straight up down to me, Slider, and Stacy in the morning, and TJ whenever he gets everything ready to go.
Dude,
Come on, TJ.
I'm inches away from having everything finally set. I've actually got to get in here and I've got to remove a computer out of the system and go set it up over by my recliner so I can start doing work for school from there.
But either who, it is a hobby, but I get you set up with all the broadcast equipment, and certain shows and certain bands we do get good access to. So if anyone's interested in that, hit me up on social media, Asgard on Facebook. Other than that,
Beer is good.
Be cool. Beer is good and stuff.
Oh man, this has been
And it's
this
time
week's
to play kazoo.
Here, I'll add some bell.
Dude, the guys I work with, they play guitar, and one guy will start a rhythm, and another guy will go in, and then the third guy will bust in with his harmonica, and fuck you guys, I'm busting out the kazoo because I can actually play that.
I still love that band name, Old Fat Bastard and the Dirty Sphincters. That sounds like a band that Steve would name. It really does.
Well, it was my best friend Steve up there at the top field that introduced me to them.
Shit.
By the way, he's the one.
Everyone, if you're catching this during the week and catching up with us, or you were with us live tonight, hey, spread the word when we're live. We're going 4 p.m. on Sundays now. Get the word out there. Let everybody know we're here. Thank you for tuning in. For Chris and Adam, I'm TJ. This has been Mayhem's Amigos. We've got some improvements coming to the show. We'll get them there. But until next week, see you next time.
Adam's final thoughts.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, mine was first.
Oh.
Yeah, he flipped you off.
Oh. TSO.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Love ya.
Oh, my God.